Peppers are grown worldwide and are a main staple in lots of different cultures. They're easy to start from seed if you know a few tricks. Today I'd like to share with you how I start my pepper seeds and what varieties of peppers I like to grow. This planting method will work for all different varieties of peppers. So peppers come in 3 different types. There's bell pepper, sweet peppers, and hot peppers. They also come in many colors. So I don't really like hot peppers, so I grow mini bell peppers, jalapeno milds, and Anaheim roasting chilies. So we have a short growing season, and I need to get the peppers started in the house early to get peppers before we get our first fall frost. So I do cover the pepper plants in the fall to continue to harvest more peppers later into the season. Now peppers, they don't mind being transplanted, but they are frost tender and cannot take a frost. So it's good for us that we can transplant the peppers in the house 8 weeks before we plant them out in the garden. So here is my 5-step planting method for peppers. Number 1 is start time. It's important to start the plants at the right time. Too early, they get leggy and weak, and too late, and you may not get a crop. So your start time will vary depending on your growing zone. So look up your last average frost date, count back 8 weeks. Now for example, my last average frost date is May 15th, and 8 weeks back will be around March 15th. This is when I start my pepper seeds. All right, number 2, plant the seeds in a small planting tray or pot using seedling soil mix. The reason we want to use a seedling starter mix is because some of the seeds are sensitive to fertilizers and will not germinate if there's fertilizer in the soil. So you want to place the seeds in a tray or a pot and then cover the seedlings with 1/8 of an inch of soil. Water them well. Now it's safe to start all of your seeds in a seedling starter mix. So if you'd like to use the same seedling soil mix that we use, our family's secret seedling soil recipe, it's available to you. I will put it in a link in the description below for you to get. And if you're wanting a pre-made mix, I would use the Seed Starter Natural Potting Soil Mix. It's made in the United States and it's what the professional growers use. So I'll put a link in the description below for you to find the seedling starter mix. You will want 2 pepper plants per person that you are feeding, and if you're going to can salsa or hot sauce for the winter, go ahead and plant double. So for example, there are 4 people that I am feeding, and I will plant 8 pepper plants for fresh eating and 8 for preserving. So that's 16 plants total. So I'm going to sow 32 seeds. Now the reason I want to sow so many seeds is that things can happen to the seedlings along the way, and I want to be sure that I get enough pepper plants to plant when it's time to put them in the ground. If I have extra plants, no problem. I can give them away. But I can never get back the time if I don't plant enough. All right, number 3, grow the plants in a tray under 12 hours of light, keeping the night temperatures above 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, once you see the first adult leaves starting to grow, it's time to transplant the seedlings into their own pots. This happens around week 3. Number 4, transplant the seedlings into organic potting soil. I like the Happy Frog potting soil. This company really understands how important soil biology is for our plants' health. I'll put a link in the description below for you to find it. Now, if you want to make your own potting soil, use our family secret seedling mix recipe and add a cup of compost for every 8 cups of seedling mix. At this stage, the nutrient that came with the seed is used up and the plant is now needing a source of nutrients. So compost will work best. If you don't have your own compost, I would use the Espoma Organic Land and Sea Gourmet Compost, or you can use worm castings. I like the Brute Organic Worm Castings. So anytime you're selecting an amendment for your garden, make sure that it has the OMRI listing or another organic certification. This is important to the biology that lives around your plant roots and helps your plant to be strong and healthy. So at this point, it's important to put your pepper plants outside during the day and back inside at night. So start the plants with just a few hours of sunlight, and then back inside, and then add an hour of sunlight until they can be out in the full sun all day with the temperatures above 60 degrees. Also keep them moist if you're hardening them off to be outside. Number 5, once you are on your average last frost date, go ahead and check the 10-day forecast. If there are no freezing nights, you can plant your pepper plants outside. If a storm is going to come through and freeze the plants, I would cover them with a frost blanket. Now, if you'd like to learn 3 low-tech frost protection systems for tomatoes and frost tender seedlings, you can check out our video. I'll put the link in the description below. And if you want to learn how to grow $2,500 worth of organic vegetables in 128 square feet with only a 15-minute a day commitment, you can jump into our high-performance garden show. There's over 300 episodes for you to learn from. It's free, it's online, and you can find it at thelivingfarm.org/high-performance-garden-show or click the link below.